We've come here today to counter the Islamophobia that the people on the other side of this building would see run the people's conscience of this country. But we've also come here today to show that we are not afraid, that we are not letting fear-mongering about safety plant seeds of doubt in our minds when it is refugees that are facing the most unsafe conditions. But here's a great counter-argument to people who feel that we need to take care of our own first before we let refugees in, or we need to solve our own problems first. It could be that one of these refugees actually has a solution to take care of these problems, or a way to take care of your own. Not that the funds or the housing don't already exist. It's literally a matter of taking some time to realize where these funds are going versus where they could actually be going.
That's right.
The United States spends 50% of its budget on funding its imperialist war machine, while the other 50% is split up variously on other expenditures. Keep in mind that the military budget does not decrease beneath the 50% spending mark, regardless of whether a Democrat or Republican are in office. Because the whole point is to prioritize resources to protect the system's interests and not the people's interests. It's true that the United States government doesn't take care of its own veterans, as many detractors point out. But caring for veterans, refugees, and all others in need are not mutually exclusive. The money is there, but the priorities are not. But you are here today to demonstrate that you are standing up for all refugees and survivors of war because you recognize that we have the power when we come together to make change happen. There are hundreds of thousands of refugees who are seeking sanctuary as they flee the civil war in their country, and it is a crisis that they have no responsibility in. In attempting to isolate these people from at least some safe refuge, those who are afraid of a threat slipping through the cracks do not somehow prevent or lessen the threat of attacks. In fact, it is a sign that they will let their fears guide them and divide them from their fellow humans, despite the fact that they are in search of a chance at having a life after devastation. It is a sign that they feel more strongly about preserving their own interests and comfort over the survival of a nation of people. And so, if they ever wanted to give someone a reason to hate them and possibly retaliate, it's by humiliating and spurning those in need when they have lost everything and are searching for a chance at not just surviving, but living. It's by shutting their doors, drawing a line between them and other humans, be they poor, houseless, disabled, refugees, or victims of any sort. In essence, this is exactly what ISIS wants. They want to create an irreparable rift between the Western world and the Muslim world because they stand to benefit from it. It is a tactic of alienation and a system of oppression. We will not let this happen. We will not push our Syrian family away. We have more in common with them than we do with those in the U.S. government who helped create the Syrian civil war. And the refugees have more in common with us than they do with ISIS. They have been through enough. We will not allow the ignorant and the bigots and the Islamophobes to speak for this country of diverse people. We will not let the refugees or the world think that the negative blanket statements about the workers of this country are true. We will not let these people think that we, the workers of this country, would turn our cheek or believe in this imperialist-born crisis. As a first-generation immigrant to this country and member of the Party for Socialism and Liberation, I extend my welcome and my solidarity to the refugees. I hope that you find a sanctuary here, and I hope you find strength that you so desperately need replenished. And most deeply, I hope you can someday find a place to call home again, wherever that may be. Powerful. We have two gentlemen here that are Syrian refugees that came here in 2013.